The massive battle for 672-hour playtest has concluded, guys, and in the aftermath of that conclusion, some serious balance concerns have come out from that playtest. We're gonna go over all of that in today's video. If you're new here, hey, welcome. My name is Ace. I play every Battlefield game that is available to me that is still ran by EA until Battlefield 6 launches. So if you wanna keep in touch with Battlefield 6 and just enjoy some good old Battlefield gameplay, then please consider leaving a like, comment, and a subscription for future content. Thank you so much for your consideration. The first major offender in the balance problems in that playtest was of course the Assault class, because he can run the Overkill perk a la Call of Duty style. If you don't play Call of Duty, and I really don't blame you for not playing Call of Duty, the Overkill perk allows you to run two primary weapons at the same time. So if you put 2 and 2 together here, you can see that Assaults just equip the best assault rifles in the game, and they run in the field with that for the majority of the time. Here's a comment from one of my viewers who said, friend who played the latest pre-alpha said 90% of people are using ARs and the rest is split between snipers and LMGs, and you can change bullet type, giving ARs possibility to kill you in 2 bullets if they land a headshot. I will go over that attachment that increases your headshot multiplier a little bit later, so stick around for that. So as you can see, this is what he said. I have personally seen the exact same thing from people who have played the playtest, who are close to me, have told me the same thing. Ace, dear lord, we're just dying to assault rifles. It's just assault rifles on assault, and if he's not killing you with assault rifles, he's using engineers, PDWs. Yes, he's using also those weapons. You might wonder why he's using some other classes' weapons. It's because of his signature trait, enhanced mobility, which other than reducing fall damage and giving him no movement speed penalty resulting from fall, it's the faster sprint to shoot fire transitioning with all weapons. So it's not just, assault rifles. So, he can casually equip, a K10 or a P90 or any of the massive I shoot better fast weapons and just delete you instantly because he shoots faster than you when you transition, when he transitions out from sprint, making him the absolute favorite in that playtest. Obviously, massive balance concern, and I really hope this gets changed. This is the purpose of Battlefield Labs. People have now played with this super overtuned assault. I'm pretty sure in the next playtest there's gonna be some differences to him, and if there isn't, I'm pretty sure they're gonna hear about it from their own playtesters. Okay, so let's talk about this gunsmith attachment, this so-called ballistic bullets. This comes from somebody who was on the receiving end from the ballistic bullets on Reddit. He says, hey, so I'm a long-time Battlefield player and I finally got to try the alpha this weekend, and this was the highlight. This thing gives you 2.5 times headshot multiplier, and it is absolutely broken. Turns one of the DMRs into a one-shot headshot. The whole time during my test, I was wondering how I was dying so fast and why it felt like I was using a pea shooter the whole time. Turns out it was the ballistic bullets attachment. It is basically a must pick for every weapon unless it's removed entirely. It's a dumb idea that offers no improvement and should just be scrapped in my opinion. There is one thing to consider when you do equip your ballistic bullets attachment in the gunsmith. People say that it takes a lot of weight on your gun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, these weapons have weights on them. So for example, if you equip these ballistic bullets, let's say your gun has 0 out of 20 weight, it will give you like 15 out of 20 weight, just as a random example. I don't know the exact numbers, but allegedly this is how it works. But as you can see, most of the people didn't care about it and didn't stop them at all from running, a bullet type which just literally kills people faster. Like, who cares about a grip or a barrel or something super minute if I'm killing people like 2 times faster? If I'm like directly affecting my time to kill, I don't give a fuck about some barrel. And this is the problem with gunsmith. If you're a very long time follower of Ace Battlefield channel, you would know that I absolutely despise the gunsmith system. I think it's an illusion of choice, and the purpose of it is just so you tinker around with the guns, changing minute things in the menu like, screws and little barrels and little foregrips, just padding the game time needlessly, because these developers and publishers don't care how you play in the game. So long as you're in the menu, spending time, and possibly spending money on skins after you do the gunsmith things, this is what they care about. There's never ever been a gunsmith, in my opinion, done correctly in Battlefield, style game. And I'm sorry I'm saying Battlefield style games. I mean, arcade Twitch shooters like Call of Duty and Delta Force have gunsmith as well, and they suck ass. It's just like one build for every single motherfucking weapon in the game, and if ballistic bullets remain in Battlefield 6, that's gonna be the only build for every single weapon in the game. If you run anything else, I completely agree with this person, if you run anything else, you're just at a massive disadvantage because you just don't have the same time to kill as somebody else does. Alright, let's move on to vehicles for a minute. People who have played tanks and LAVs in that playtest have said that the vehicle physics are absolutely non-existent, the tank and the LAV, so that would be the Bradley and the Leopard if I'm not mistaken, are just sliding around like they're on ice skates and they just die in like 2 shots. We're gonna go over why they die in 2 shots in a second. They're just basic as vehicles, like from Delta Force basically. This is what I was told, 1 for 1. They feel worthless like the Delta Force vehicles. You can do a little bit of farm, I guess, with them, but they're like bare bones. There's no thermal scopes, there's no like super effective countermeasure, there's no APS, there's no reactive armor, there's nothing for the vehicles, okay? Just like super baseless, garbage ass vehicles. And you're casually playing against engineers who carry 18 rockets at one time. I'm gonna go over that in a minute, just give me a moment. There's mines absolutely everywhere on the road, but I will admit here, you do have a perk on your tank. This is like the vehicle upgrade system, which does auto spot mines for you, so the mines are not such a big problem, but there's still a lot of mines, and you have to consider that vehicles do have limited ammunition. So if your people, your blueberries or your squadrons are not shooting the mines, you will have to use tank shells to waste those mines, or the LAV 25mm shells. And then, of course, as you're shooting that, you run out of ammo, and then the vehicle stations are somewhere behind God's back, I don't know where, like the vehicle stations are back in Battlefield 5. So you're driving all the way back there to resupply ammunition, and it obviously breaks the flow of vehicles. This is what I was told as somebody who is a big vehicle enjoyer from past Battlefield games, and many of people who have been subscribed to this channel for over 10 years when I was playing tank competitively in those games have told me, Ace, we really hate the vehicles. I really hope you make a video about them addressing what is happening in the playtest. So here it is. And finally, the engineer class guys, who went a little bit under the radar because of how broken Assault is, but he's just up there with him in my personal opinion. He carries 18 rockets, as I mentioned when I was discussing the tank things, and he carries 2 launchers at the same time. Yes, you heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. He carries an RPG that allegedly has 18 rockets, and then he carries a Javelin, which has another 18 rockets. You're gonna have to take this, what I'm saying, with a grain of salt. The exact number of rockets on the launchers. People are saying 18, somebody is saying 36. In general, everybody's reporting one thing: he does have a lot of rockets for one infantryman. But it doesn't end there, guys. There's an EOD bot in the game, a la Battlefield 3 and BF4, which is fine, right? Only this EOD bot carries mines on him. There's like a mine type of EOD bot. I'm not sure if this is a part of the perk upgrade system, or does he just equip this as a gadget. I'm not sure how it works exactly. All I was told is there is a AT mine carrier type of EOD bot. And you would assume people just, laying mines down the road and disrupting the tank. Well, you would assume incorrectly. What they're doing, guys, is ramming that EOD bot while he's holding mines into the tank and just one-shotting the tank. I was hearing that this is happening as soon as the tank spawns, because people know now the tank always spawns at the same position down the road on that battery map or Abbasid, one of those city maps, and people just wait around the corner with the EOD bot and just ram him and one-shot him. This is just basically the C4 Jeep, or maybe the C4 MAV from back in the day in Battlefield 3 if you were around. If you're around that long, then you really are an OG if you remember the C4 MAV. Yeah, that's what they're doing with the EOD bot, just completely denying tank any playtime, and that is like the main reason why I was told the vehicles feel extremely, extremely weird, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm pretty sure all these balance problems will change as the playtesting goes on. If you enjoyed watching the video, leave a like, comment, and a subscription for future content. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.